This is taken at the 23. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. In motion left is Wilson. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got Pierce. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Alec Pierce, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Herbert. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Herbert on first down now. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds Pickens outright. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. They'll roll him out right. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cook up the gut. And some room to maneuver. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. He'll look to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up. And
he is in. Touchdown, Miami. James James Cook taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended on Herbert, his third interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Charger drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 36-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Rolling to his left. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So that PI call will give him one more play. And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty. Cook following the penalty. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Not good at all. A punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On third down, here's Etienne. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. Herbert now. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now it's Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick. Six and a Dolphins touchdown. CD, we have seen it many times. It's coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 63 yards. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 65 yards. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert out to his left. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half and down 3 scores. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Herbert. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Left side, Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Taylor now from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble